Hi, and welcome to Homo Ludens, the channel on history and board games. A bit of a surprise stream that is a bit outside of the regular Sunday schedule. And it's because it's a bit of a different type of game that we're going to play tonight. As tonight, we're going to play Obsession by Dan Hallagan and released in 2018, I think, by Kayenta Games. And the reason that I say it's a bit different is that usually we play a lot of war games or war gamey type of games on that channel. And this is pretty far from a war game, but maybe not that much. And we'll probably discuss it and we'll see about that. But it is very historical. So I think for me, it made a lot of sense to feature that game on the show. I played it a few times and I really enjoy it. And I thought it would be fun to actually feature it, but also maybe in a way open up the content of the channel to games that are historical by nature and not necessarily only focused on war or political conflict. With me tonight, I have two guests from the backer community of the Homo Ludens Discord server. So I would like to thank them for being here tonight. And we have Deborah and Brendan. Hey, Deborah. Hey,
Hello.
Brendan. Thanks for
Good
being
evening.
here tonight. And before we start playing, and I guess that maybe most of the viewers maybe might not know you. Actually, Brendan, you've been once on the show for Von Menschen's Triumph, and you might have heard Deborah on the podcast talking about what was the name of that game again?
Warriors of God.
Warriors of God. Now I remember. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, could you briefly introduce yourself, and we can start with you, Deborah?
Well, I am Deborah, and I live in Cornwall, and I've been lured into wargaming by Fred.
And I'm really sorry about that.
Help.
And you, Brendan?
Hi, I'm Brendan. I'm living in Nova Scotia, Canada, so it's a little bit time difference between you folks, but it's chilly today, very chilly today.
And you're just out of work, right?
I just finished at work. Yes, lots of
Best
winter tires going on.
good. And best way to start the weekend, just out of work, joining a stream, playing a small game of Obsession. So that's really great. Thanks for being there. Yeah, and as I was saying, we're gonna play a game of Obsession. How much of you two know about the game? How much have you played? Deborah, I think that you know it pretty well, right?
Well, I've played it twice with someone, real, opposed, face to face, and 1.5 times online. So I'm not that experienced, but I have played it enough to know it.
Good. And you, Brendan?
I've played mine physical copy solo once, but I've played it on BGA since it went alpha actually, and so I've played it a bit.
Okay, and for people
Not
watching
saying I'm
us,
good at it, but I really enjoy it.
good, we'll see. And for people watching us, when Brendan is mentioning BGA, he means Board Game Arena, and it's actually the platform that we're going to be using tonight. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. So if you're wondering how we're playing this game online, being in 3 separate locations, is because we're using the module on Board Game Arena tonight. That automates a lot of different things. Have never played it before on BGA, so that's going to be a first time. But it looks like it's going to be a module that actually speeds the playtime. And we're now choosing our families. And for those of you who haven't played the game, so we'll explain the rules, and I will let actually Deborah do that because I'm too lazy to do it myself. And we are starting finalizing the setup by each choosing a family, and each family have a kind of a unique, small unique bonus, and that's what we're doing right now. Good. So the idea is to do a bit of a high-level teach and play like we usually do on this channel. We don't have the designer, so we won't be talking about the way they designed the game, so we'll jump straight into it. And we'll start by giving a broad overview of how the game plays, but we won't go into too many details. And as we play, we'll take the time to explain the different things that we do, and we'll be also happy to answer any of your questions if you're watching us live. And if you're watching us after the live stream, I will have added some time codes in the description so you can navigate to the rules explanation or to the different stages of the game. And I think that's it. We can probably start. I guess you want to take over, Deborah?
Okay, well, we, as you said, we each represent a different family of Derbyshire knobs, basically, and we're trying to increase our wealth and status by hosting different activities, or rather by getting our servants to host activities while we ingratiate ourselves with our guests and basically become rich by networking and schmoozing. So we each have some different objectives, which we get from objective cards, but we're also rivals for a central objective, which is to woo the wealthy Fairchild heirs, Charles and Elizabeth Fairchild. And in order to do that, we need to host the kinds of activities they like. There are 5 different kinds of activity represented by the different coloured tiles, but we don't know which kinds of Fairchilds like best yet, because we're playing with a variant that reveals their interest at random points during the game. I'm sorry, I have a phone call. I will just turn that off when I find it. Okie dokie.
No worries. And that's actually a pretty it's a very nice ringtone, a lot more elaborate than the one that I have.
Okay. So where I got up to, oh yes, we're going around the round track. Basically, we go round the round track, each hosting a single activity per round if we can, and then every few rounds there's a courtship phase when those who have most pleased the Fairchilds get a victory point token, and they can add one of the Fairchild cards to their hand until the next courtship phase. So in order to host an activity, you need a suitable venue, which is one of the tiles. And the tile for that activity says what type and number of guests are needed for it. And guests are cards. They can be either casual or prestige guests, depending on whether they have 1 or 2 fleur-de-lis symbols. And we also need servants. The servant specified on the tile to organize the activity, and any servants required by the invited guests, such as valets and ladies' maids. And we also need to have a certain amount of prestige already to be able to host an activity or invite certain guests at all. But if we meet all those, sorry, what?
No, I would say maybe if we to take an example to see the anatomy. So, for example, I'm showing now the bowling. So it's a sporting activity, the bowling green. And just to illustrate what you just said, Deborah, for example, to be able to host that activity, you need to have 2 gentry participating in the activity, and have a footman to make sure that this is possible. And then the reputation level is 1, so this one will always be available, and that's the number that you see on the bottom left. And those would be what you look at when you're looking at the different tiles.
Yeah. So, and the other thing we have to think about is if we host an activity, our servants that we've used will be exhausted, and we won't be able to use them straight away. And the guests we've invited go into our discard pile. We can't invite them straight away. So has to be quite a lot of planning about what you'll do the next round. But then we get the rewards on the tile and our guests, and the venue tile is flipped over, which generally gets us more points during the courtship phase and at the end of the game. If we can't host an activity, we can pass, which lets us get all our guests back and our servants are refreshed, and we collect £200 in rent, which is very nice. And then at the end of our turn, whether we've passed or hosted an activity, we get to buy a tile from the builder's market. And the price depends on their position in the market, and they get shifted gradually to the left as we go through and get cheaper and cheaper. I think that's really everything else can be explained as we go along.
Yeah, I think so. And I will show. The market is what I'm showing up here. So those are the different tiles that are available, and what you can see on the top is the cost of that tile. And there might be an additional cost on the top right. So you would sum the 2 to have the cost of actually buying that tile. But in that case, we'd only have regular tiles, so the cost would be straightforward. But what we'll do now is we have an overview of what we're trying to achieve. I guess now we can start playing. I think it's starting with you, Brendan, right?
It is. So.
And we have a very important question from Stuart, a question that I will not answer, but Deborah, you might have an answer. He's asking, what is everyone's favorite Jane Austen novel?
I think I like Sense and Sensibility best.
I had to read Pride and Prejudice when I was at university. but
If it's the only one,
I got
technically.
halfway through and then I stopped.
Oh
But
no, I love Northanger Abbey. I want to change my.
and technically, Brendan, I think that still counts as your favorite, even if it's the only
Sure.
one.
There's no other option.
Yeah, exactly. And I must say, I'm a bit ashamed to admit, but I haven't read any. So yeah, so for me, that's going to be a bit hard. I'm really sorry.
So we're going to go bowling.
So I'm going to go scroll down and look at your section. So here we have, maybe we could explain what each of our family has that is a bit special.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So
Brendan, you took the Cavendish. What
did.
do they do?
I start with a reputation because our family increases reputation around a wheel in
Yeah, you're already at
5
4
levels. So we start at 4. It was a choice between having money to start with or reputation to start with, because you folks took other things that maybe I might have wanted, but I started with reputation. So we're going to go bowling. And
Deborah, so you took the family of York, and what's
Yes.
you have one, what do you have?
I have an extra footman.
You have an extra footman.
White servants, yeah.
And I have no idea what my family does. I just
You have
them.
The Dowager. So you have Maggie Smith.
Oh, so I have an extra guest.
Yeah.
You have an extra family member, yeah.
So what would you do, Brendan?
Well, we're going bowling.
Nice.
And we're going, because we need some money, and we're going to send the Viscount Stephen Cavendish, our son in the family, along with a fine young lady, the Countess of Rochdale, to go bowling. So we'll get some money and some reputation all at once.
Okay, so that was fast, actually. You don't really see that much what's happening. So you place the footman on the activity. You use 2 of your guests.
Use 2 of my guests, and I needed to use a lady's maid for the lady guest.
Yeah.
The son doesn't require anybody, and I get to choose when it comes to whether I wanted money or reputation for his reward.
Yeah.
I get to purchase an improvement. I also got another guest from her because she gave 2 rewards, and I think
that's it. Yeah.
I get to buy from the market.
Great. And what did you get?
I
you get the flower room.
The flower room.
Nice. Very nice. So
over to you, Fred.
It's my turn, and what I am going to do is I'm going to do exactly the same thing. So I'm going to go bowling. I'm going to choose different guests here. I want to keep 2 family members for later because I want to do before turn 3 where we have a village fair. I want to make sure that I can do the private study. So who am I going to do? Who am I going to use? I'm going to use the Lady Mary Russell. So as you can see on the card, on the top left is the amount of prestige that I need to be able to invite that guest. On the bottom left, that's the servant that is going to be needed to serve that guest for them to participate in the activity. And then on the bottom right are the benefits that I'm going to get. So for Lady Mary Russell, I'm going to get 1 reputation and £100. So this is going to be my first guest. And you see when it's a family member, they usually don't need anyone, which is quite nice. And that's going to be an extra £100. So that's perfect. So I'm going to confirm this choice for bowling. And that means that I have now £500, a second reputation. And I'm going to buy, I'm a very sports oriented person. So I am going to buy the tennis court.
Right. Well, I'm sorry to be dull, but I'm going to do exactly the same thing.
Boring.
We all need money. So I'm going to if I can. Oops.
Yes, we all started out quite poor.
Yeah. And I'm going to host, have this guest who will get me some prestige, and another casual guest who will get me a little bit of cash. So there we are. And I will get the South Lawn, which is nice because depending on what theme turns out to be in round 3, I might be able to, if it's either sport or estates, I might be able to get it. So, yeah, because this card turns over to the other color.
Yeah, the tiles have, a lot of them have 2 sides, and the first time you use them, you're going to flip them. But that specific tile that Deborah just bought just flips from one side to another each time it's being used.
I would say one thing to point out too, for those who may not have played this before, is your servants, they go into like an expended service.
Yeah.
So you have they go away for a turn and don't, because they have to rest because they've worked so hard. And so at the start of your turn, they refresh one space closer. So that there's a lot of planning involved in terms of what you want to do next, depending on what you have.
And as you can see, the servants that I just used in the previous round are in that box, and now that it's the turn of Brendan, they moved one step towards the right, so potentially becoming available. Knowing that there is a tile that you can buy that makes the servant usable as soon as they go back into the quarters.
So I'm going to prepare for some fairer that might be happening soon, because it seems like a grand idea. And what do we want to do with that?
And next turn, we'll see what type of activity is going to be favored by the, how are they called? I never really remember. The Fairchild, right?
Fairchild.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
Are they actual people? Like, did they exist, or are they completely fictional for the game?
I think they're fictional.
Okay. I think so. I think they're fictional.
I was wondering if he actually used the.
Interesting idea.
All of these portraits, I believe, are real, but they've just been. I don't know if they're actual real people. Obviously, they are real people.
If they match actual the name on there.
Oh,
I guess not, but I was just wondering. And there is quite a few interesting tidbits, and we'll talk about it when we get to actually get some new guests, I guess.
Oh, bother. Do not have enough to buy something. And I don't want to, do I? One of the things you can do is take a special action at any time to either you reduce your reputation to get some money, or refresh your service, isn't it? Or there's 3
things. But you need to lose 3 reputation to refresh your service.
That's
so
right.
It's pretty expensive. You could do that, but
I know
both Deborah and I cannot do this.
No, and I don't think I really want £100 just for this North Dining Room right now.
Yeah.
So I'll pass on that.
Good. So it's back to me. 1, 2, 3. I have 200. I won't have enough money anyway to buy anything. I'm probably going to do. Do I still have? Yeah. So I'm going to do the front parlor, and I need 2 ladies to do it, and I'm going to need also an housekeeper to do that. So the housekeeper is going with her. I need 2 ladies, and I'm going to take the mom, and what will I get? And I think I might want to get a new guest. Going to confirm this, and then I'm gonna. So I have an option here because I used that lady. So it gives me the option of drawing either removing one guest from my hand, because some of the guests are actually not great. They cost you money. They have bad reputation, even if they are a lot of fun, but they can be problematic. Or I can but I don't have any of those to get rid of yet. But the other option that I have is to draw 2 and keep 1. So that gives me a bit of options. And as you can see here, this is a perfect example of a bad guest. At the end of the game, that guest will cost me 2 VP, and each time that I will use her, or invite her, actually, that would be the proper term, I will lose 2 reputation. But then again, she also attracts very prestigious guests. So could be interesting. I could get her at the beginning and then get rid of her in the future. But I think for now, I'm going to go safe and take a good gentleman instead. Not sure it will pay off. And I have 300s, and I can... you know what? I'm going to buy that dining room.
Okay, well, I am going to prepare for the fair. So I need 2 family members. It can be Mr. and yes, that would get me how much? So the question is whether I do rather.
Oh yeah, I should have prepared for the
Yeah.
fur this time. I forgot about that. I waited and then I forgot. That was
You even said you were going to.
Yeah, I said I was going to, but then I completely forgot. And then now I looked at the turn track. It's just it goes a lot faster on the on the platform. Yeah. Anyway, so I missed the fair. So that's the thing. So different rounds might have different kinds of events happening during them. And on this turn 3, there is the fair. And if I had used the private study before, I would have received £300 at the beginning of this turn. But I've been a bit dumb. I forgot about it, so I won't get that bonus.
Mm-hmm. So we now know what the goal is for this season.
Aha.
So the goal is for this season. Oh, but that's actually nice.
Yes, that is terrible.
Absolutely terrible.
Those are the essentials. So that's going to be the brown ones. Oh yeah, but the problem is that I have an advantage, but not really, because I need to flip it to benefit from that advantage. For now, I'm
but you still get 3 points from not flipping.
Oh yeah, from not having flipped the private study. So it's not too bad, actually. Like my me forgetting about it was actually a very good investment. So that's good.
Good planning.
Yes, perfect planning. Everything going exactly how I hoped it would be. Oh, and Mats is saying that all of the characters are fictional. Thanks, Mats. Oh, that's super interesting. So apparently there are some promo cards with real people from the era, which I think is a very nice touch. And yeah, do you know what kind of characters they are, Mats? While Brendan is thinking.
No, we are going to also have some ladies play some whist in the parlor.
Oh, you're gonna play some whist. You know, I never played whist.
I have not either.
I would like to. I think it's a classic.
It would fit perfect in our trick-taking channel.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, on the Discord server, we have quite a few channels, and Brent, I don't know why, but we do have a channel dedicated to trick taking. And yeah, I think we should have a whole extravaganza of classic trick taking game that we should go through a lot of them. I've never played. I need to play Bullet. Never played Bullet. I never played Bridge. Never played Whist. I think there is quite a few things. I would be happy to teach Tarot. Okay, must host an activity. And the one that I really need to not host is the private study, because that would be extremely dumb.
Yeah, I think because you're winning it now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I cannot use the. I'm checking Yeah, I cannot use the North Dining Room because I don't have the required prestige. I'm at 2 now. So potentially what I could do is I could use the tennis court, get some cash. So I'm going to use the tennis court because the footman is back. And who's going to play tennis? I think Sir Alan Trufford is going to play tennis. He looks like a tennis kind of guy. He needs a valet though. Who needs a valet to play tennis? I don't understand those people. And
can't expect them to fetch their own balls.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that's fair. I'm going to confirm that choice. I'm going to get some cash. That's good. And now I either gain a reputation from Charles, or I get £100. The thing is, I'm definitely going to get £100 because oh no. No, the thing that I want to buy costs 900 because it's 500 plus 400. So
yeah.
Then do I need the £100 or should I get the reputation? I'm gonna go for
expensive garden.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a long-term investment and gain the reputation. And instead, 3 ladies. Take 4, take 2, C4, take 2. Yeah, do I need that? Not really. The breakfast room is a bit useless, right? Takes a lot of people, doesn't generate a lot of things.
But taking a lot of people is good because later in the game when you have guests.
Yeah, I get all of their benefits for just one servant. That's a really good point. This is more of a guest generating machine. Do I need that? Do I need that? Yeah, I'm gonna take the breakfast room. Oh no, I'm gonna take the conservatory. Sorry, I'm gonna buy this, and that's it for me.
Right. Well, since I cannot possibly get essentials up, I just abandon that and I'll do something to get myself a bit of cash, I think. So I will host in the South Lawn. Oh, I can't have enough I can't because I'm not yet at reputation 2. So I better fix that then.
Yeah, you have a really poor reputation, Deborah. I wanted to say something. Yeah, I think.
So I will play whist. And fortunately, I have my family members ready. So I will draw 2 and keep 1 casual guest. Who do I like? She seems okay. Yes, I think I'll go for her. So, and I can purchase an improvement. How much money have I got? 300. That's really not as much as I was hoping.
So it means only the breakfast room is available.
It does. And it would get... Yes. I need cash. I need cash.
That seems so little. You have poor reputation. You need cash. It's like it's not.
Okie dokie. Well, I will get the breakfast room because estates essentials will count at the end of the game as well. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Great. And Arnaud, to your point, yes, I think it's definitely mostly a historical channel, but yeah, and that's the thing is that I don't think I made enough effort yet to actually engage with other types of game that are not necessarily war games. But it's true that it's mostly war games engaging with history, but I think there are more and more games that are doing that in a serious or decent way, and I would like to feature those a bit more in the future. So this is one of those first videos, so I hope that you'll enjoy that. And now it's I won. So I did win this. So I get a VP card that tells me. So those VP cards are interesting. So either they have that number of victory points at the end, or what I can do with it if I discard it. Or I can hire a short servant. So that's nice. But I think for now, I'm going to keep those VPs and I'm going to use one of the Fairchild to see, do I take So they both come with different kinds of benefits. One is bringing reputation, the other one is bringing reputation and prestigious guests. I think I'm going to go with Elizabeth. Miss Elizabeth Fairchild.
She is the best.
And I must discard an objective now. She's more versatile. She's really good. What will I not be able to do? I'm pretty sure I won't be doing this.
Yes, and I will discard.
So, Peter, I believe I'm probably missing out on wisdom. It's not it's not like it's not that I don't want to try. It's just that I never had the opportunity. So I'm really open to actually play it and learn some variants. I'm actually thinking about designing a trick-taking game. So actually playing some of those classic ones would be super interesting.
Oh, it's me.
Yes, yep. It's you. You were the start player for the season.
I am. Can I do anything? I can. So I could just. Oh no, that requires 2 ladies. I think that I might hire some servants. Difficult to know. No, I'm just going to pass.
Boring.
I know.
So maybe an important rules point around passing. Passing is a way to actually recover all of your previously invited guests. So it's a way to refresh your hand. And then you get a bit of money, right? And you can still buy an improvement.
Oh, but no, I can host them. I can do something in the main gazebo. That's what I'll do.
Oh, the gazebo.
Yes.
Very nice.
And there we go. So I may purchase an improvement, but I have no money. Tragic. And yeah, that's it. Skip.
And we have a question, a comment from Matt's actually saying that we should check out Upstairs Downstairs expansion, saying that the new servant types brings a lot to the game, both in terms of mechanics, in terms of theme. It's a interesting point. I just got the straight box because I wanted to play the game as is before doing anything with expansions or anything, just to see if I needed it or not. But I don't know if any of you, Deborah and Brendan, actually had the opportunity to play with the Upstairs Downstairs expansion.
I haven't. I have it all, but I don't have it. I haven't played it yet.
So it's on the shelf of shame.
It's all. I managed to stick it all in the box.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I was actually pretty pleased by, is that the box feels like it's already ready for the expansion, which I think is pretty cool. I don't like it when you have a big box and then you have small stuff next to it. It's just really annoying. But I think it's great that they have everything in one. But yeah, haven't played it yet. But Matt, maybe we will have another stream and try to look into it. I'm actually quite curious about it. And it's your turn, I think, Brendan, while we do this.
I'm hiring servants. Also boring, but necessary.
Also, Matt is perfectly in our new core audience. So people who are interested in history and board games and not necessarily war games. You did get Nevsky though. Did you manage to get a play of it? Did the video help? I hope it did. It's an amazing game. And if you haven't watched that video, it's a 2-part video with Sam from Lord of the Board, where we're being taught Nevsky by Volko Runke. So it's pretty fun. Curious to hear your thoughts about it, Mats, if you enjoyed it. And it's going to be my turn. I'm going to hire. And because I have Miss Elizabeth Fairchild, I think it's probably a good investment for me to maybe start hiring some ladies' maids. And I hired 2 servants.
Yep.
Interesting. And I think because I'm such a sports guy, I'm gonna get another footman. That's good. That's perfect. I may purchase an improvement. I may, but I literally cannot because that's just too much money. So I'm gonna skip for now. And that's it for me. And it goes back to Deborah.
Yes, I still have the problem of having no money. Can I fix it?
Oh, thanks, Mats.
I think I can. I don't like doing this, but I'm going to go back to the bowling green.
Boo!
I know.
You've already done that last season.
I know.
God.
Do you know, I can't do it either because I haven't got enough servants. No, I can't do that. So I am actually this time going to pass. It's very sad. I'll collect £200 in tenants' rents. And I can purchase an improvement, but I don't yet have enough money. So
You do have enough money because now all of the services style are stored or not on the market anymore. They get stored on the.
But they all have premiums.
Oh yeah, the first one has a premium of
Yeah.
100 and the other one of 200. Yeah.
I also passed. And
Okay.
I don't really. Do I really care about that breakfast trip? That is the question. Not enough to go down to a reputation. Which I'm feeling rather wasteful because I've skipped a whole bunch of building. I need more money.
So I'm a bit worried about using my tennis court right now. Because
it's a lot of money though.
Yeah, it's £400, but if the theme of the season is revealed to be sports, I'm going to have myself at a penalty because I'm going to put myself at -1.
It doesn't flip back though.
Yeah, but the thing is that it starts at 3 and it goes at -1, which is weird. I would expect it to be on the other way around.
Surely it's the other way around.
No, no, isn't it?
No, I see it as
The flip side is the flip side has the rows.
Oh, so yeah, okay. No, so that's fine. But I see it appearing already on the. But it's weird that it's on that side. I haven't used it yet.
I thought you did. I thought you played tennis.
Oh, I thought I only did bowling. Maybe I played tennis. I don't know.
No,
I don't remember.
Because you're so sporting, remember?
Yeah, I'm aggressively sporting. I realize now. So should I do this or should I do the gazebo? I know that I need to play Elizabeth Fairchild before the end of the season. That's for sure. And I think that I'm going to do just that. And should I offer a small... Yeah, she's going to play tennis. That's what she's going to do. And Elizabeth is going to come and she's going to play with Lady Eleanor, which should be nice. Or will she? Oh, no. She will play with Daniel. That's going to be perfect. So I can confirm this. And now I have actually a lot of money, like really a lot, but just exactly not enough. So it's so it is super annoying. What do I do? Do I get something cheap? Do I wait a bit? How much
or do you just spend the reputation for that sculpture garden?
But that's the thing. I could spend the reputation for the sculpture garden. And it's going to pay off because it's as if I'm only paying 1. Yeah, I'm going to do the... I'm going to do that.
Not that I'm trying to talk you into what to do. I really want that sculpture garden.
2 reputation for £100, and now I'm going to buy it. It pays off. It pays off. Thanks for... It's an amazing tip. Oh, my... Look at this combo. It's amazing.
Oh, no.
It is the theme of the season.
No.
Yes. Open my big mouth.
Okay, so where are we? I've got no chance of competing with Fred there. Although I can go to the South Lawn and that would get me some money. Maybe that's what I'll do.
And then Mats, let us know when you try Nevsky. I would be curious to see how you feel about it. And expect some Levian campaign content to come back soon on the channel. Not saying anything, but there is a new game coming soon. So maybe we'll cover that. Well, not maybe. It's pretty sure we will. And yes, monuments are amazing. I love them. I think they're just
So
awesome.
I have £700. I'm very tempted to get something that will get me some more money. I think the billiards room. Yes.
I didn't check who my prestigious guest ended up being. Oh, Anne-Marie, Comtesse de Vitry. Very, very nice. A very rich
Mhm.
lady. I'm really happy I invested in some ladies' maid. That was a sound investment.
Hmm. Hmm. Choices. 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 Hmm. Well, I also need money. Like, it's going out of style.
And yeah, Peter, I'm also looking forward to Plantagenet, but everything in due time. I think let's see with Inferno first. And I only played one game of Almoravid, which I feel a bit guilty about. I would like to explore it a bit more. So I hope that when Plantagenet is actually printed and being shipped, I hope that I would have played the other two a bit more. Oh yeah, and Kingmaker, the redesign, I'm super curious about. I hope to be able to talk about it on the channel. I'd see if we can get like a review copy from the publisher. Have you played Kingmaker, Deborah?
No, I haven't. I don't
I'm
even know
sure
what it is.
it's a. Is it a game from? I think it's a game from the 80s, set in England in I don't remember which like specific era. It's a classic historical game, not really a war game per se, but yeah.
Mm.
Is it my turn? Not yet. What are you doing, Brendan?
I am having to go bowling again because I need money.
Again?
Oh, it's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
I don't
Abs-
complain too much. I would have to pass. I thought I had timed everything right, but I couldn't get everything. To get the sculpture garden made it that I had to
oh,
pass
that's
one
not
turn
worth
early.
it.
So it's not, yeah.
Oh, I don't like any of these
What you have? You have
at all.
4, and you have
I don't like any of these at all.
-2. -2, -1,
And
9. And if you're joining us and you have questions about the game or how it works, because I realize that on BGA it's really good to play, it's pretty fast, but if you don't know the game and just watching it might be a bit hard to follow. So it's back to me. And I have to pass because the only activity that I could do would require me to have a bit more reputation, because I need 3 reputation to use my guest. I'm only at 2 now, even if I'm getting close to 3, so I'm gonna pass to refresh. And I'm going to collect 200 from my tenants. And I may purchase an improvement, but I only have 200. Everything is unable for me to get, so I'm going to skip purchasing an improvement. And Lady Church, she's back. And I win again, because the theme of the season was estates, and I was far ahead of the two of you, and I got one of those extra VP cards, and I'm gonna get. I really like her. I think Elizabeth Fairchild is awesome.
Oh.
So she's back.
So I have to discard an objective. That one's
Yep.
impossible.
Go to discard an
Yeah.
objective 2. I think I am going to.
There are worse things.
I think I'm going to discard this. I don't really care about that. Oh, I forgot about the village fair, for fuck's sake. Oh god, twice in a row. And I remembered about it earlier. Oh god,
I
putain.
forgot about the village fair too, but I'm getting the money, so it's
Quel
it's
con.
found money.
Quel con, quel con, quel con. Yeah. Anyway.
Fantastic.
Oh, and it's my turn to actually do something. I was
to not go to the village fairs. It's your turn.
Yeah. Okay, okay. That's just the way it is. That's it. Okay. So what can I do? Actually, now I can actually host a very nice, a formal dinner, which is pretty cool. How crazy would that be? And what we have? Oh yeah, and we have the workers' holiday coming in 2 turn. So making a lot of cash before that would be good. Then I could buy a lot of tiles. Good. So I think and it would be revealed at that turn. Yeah. So yeah, making as much cash as I can is probably what I should be aiming for. So I'm gonna go for this, and then I get to invite 5 gentry.
Ooh,
So
that's nice.
yeah, Elizabeth Fairchild is gonna come. At some point, I need a prestigious male guest for my daughter, which is a bit awful to say out loud like this, but I just need to find
I'd
her.
say it kind of fits with the name of the game because that's what they were obsessed about.
Yes. I'm gonna have her come in. I'm gonna make I'm gonna make a lot of cash right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I need a 5th one. What else do I need? And I might take her to get a cheap guest. Okay, I'm gonna confirm. And now I get to draw 2, keep 1, which is what I would do. And who will I get? Miss Diane Blowers, casual female guest. Perfect. That's what I would get. And who's my new prestigious one? Oh, the Duke of Hazelton. Very nice. And I may purchase improvements. Look at this.
Okay, I'm going to use my breakfast room and try to get some money with my less demanding guests, because I don't have a ladies' maid available, sadly. So let's see, how much prestige will I get? I need some, don't I? Yep, so he'll have to do. Yes, here we go. Oh, I haven't managed. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see.
I feel a bit bad because I finally I found a prestigious guest for my daughter, but he's a bit old. I guess it will have to do, unfortunately.
And I've now got some money. I can purchase some improvements. I'm tempted by that wine cellar, but I've only just got to level 3 and I need to be at level 3. So I can't risk going down in approval. I will instead be cheapy and get the riding stables for 100. So.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Oh, wait a minute. I need to check something. I just realized. Oh. Just realized something. I think I'm gonna write it down because I have a tendency to forget about stuff. There is something that I need to remember to do. Wait a minute. I'm gonna write it in big letters.
There's no more village fairs.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Brendan.
You're welcome. We'll do some flowers.
So, Mats, you neglect the green tiles. I think the green tiles can be like, I mean, they generate cash. They can be pretty useful. I wouldn't invest a lot in them. I think the other ones are more powerful, but still, and they feel pretty, especially in the beginning of the game, pretty neat. And I think you have some very achievable objective cards with the green cards. So I don't know. I think they can be fun. And Mats is asking us, how do we feel about the village fair mechanism? It feels like it's a bit of a weird design feature. It feels like a no-brainer to flip the private study. But then again, you say that, but I didn't do it, and it did give me one of the it did get me make me win a season. So I'm not sure that it's actually you do have a chance that not flipping it is probably better. So I don't know what you think about it, Deborah and Brendan.
I think that when you have, when you know what the Fairchild's preferences are, it's a very easy decision. It's because we're playing with the not discovering until, round 3 this time, that we, then it's much more possible that it's a bad thing to get the village fair.
It's a bit of a bet, but it's I think it's interesting that you can make that bet.
Oh, bother. We need money. We need more money.
Do we?
Some people might.
I'm saying that I only have £500.
I think my village fair didn't produce enough money. Or as much as I would like it to have. I don't really want to go down. Oh, let's do that.
Okay. Okay, what will I do? I think... Interesting. I might do something a bit boring, but I'm going to hire more servants again. And what I would do is I will get one of those ladies' maid. So I confirm that activity, and I will hire 2 servants, ladies' maid. Now the question is, do I get a valet or do I get another footman? Oh, that's a hard decision. What would you do, Deborah?
Well, normally I like footmen, but the thing is, I chose my York family having an extra footman, waiting for the servants' tile that allowed footmen to act as valets, and it hasn't happened, so I'm stuck. So I might go for a valet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a valet too. I think I have already 2 footmen. I only have 2 sporting tiles, and I think having an extra valet could be useful. I'm starting to have a few prestigious guests, so yeah, I'm gonna do that. Do I want to buy an improvement? I'm actually going to skip that for now, make a lot of cash, and make my decision for the next turn.
Okay, well, I have to hire servants because my footman cannot stand in as a valet. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and I will get that remaining valet. But there are no ladies' maids. I have left it too late, you see. So there we go. But I can purchase an improvement. I do have quite a lot of money. I will get the energized so that I can use servants from the servants' quarters each time.
Ah, that's nice. So that's what I was talking about in the beginning.
It's handy.
Getting this one is really powerful because then you don't have to wait 2 rounds for the servants to be available again, which is really cool. Very, very nice.
Oh, we still don't know yet. Okay, so what to do? Well, I think we're gonna go for more money. Boring. But we're gonna play croquet, so it's a completely different game.
It is.
Lots of fun. And let's do
I can't believe you bought the croquet loan. I'm really annoyed at you.
Well, I needed another way to get money, so but we're going to buy a lovely garden. Since you bought the massively expensive but monument garden.
Okay, so the theme of the season is green. So I need to check. So I'm at 5. Deborah is at at 0, so not really a threat. And Brendan, you're at 5. Oh, but I cannot do anything about it because if I buy the hillside kennels, I'm going to be at -1 anyway. So not that.
I think if we draw, it doesn't get awarded, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. I wanted to keep a lot of cash to actually buy the tiles that I needed to win this season, but this didn't pay off. I should have went for the croquet loan when I could. I shouldn't have waited. Big mistake. Then I'm gonna have a fancy dinner, I think. That's the next best thing I can do. So I'm gonna have this, and we're gonna go crazy. 6. That's gonna be nice. So I'm gonna have the Duke of Hazelton. Oh wait! Oh god, he requires 6 prestige. I was. Oh my god! Everything. Oh no! Oh no! I thought I had I had someone eligible for my daughter, which is not the case. Oh, so that's gonna be everyone else then.
He's still looking down at you.
Yeah, I'm not good enough for him.
No.
What an awful character. Okay, I'm gonna confirm this. Do I choose to gain 1 reputation or I gain 100? I'm gonna get 1 reputation. It puts me at 5. That gets me closer. Yeah. And now I just want to check because we're gonna rescore what we have here. Am I still ahead in all the other stuff? Who's competing against me? I'm still ahead on the essentials. And I think I'm still ahead in the estate. The essentials is maybe the one that I'm a bit challenged on. But I can afford. Sorry, I'm taking a bit of time to think. Actually, I can afford the wine cellar, but is it enough? Do I need it, really? Probably not, right? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I'm gonna go for sports. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna go big. Oh no! That was extremely stupid. I just bought the -1 point that I knew I needed to not do. I just gave you the victory for that round, Brendan. Oh, God, what an idiot! And I knew it. That's the worst part. I actually knew it. Oh God.
What did you write down? I hope that wasn't it.
No. What I wrote down originally was buy the croquet loan, and you actually bought it. So I forgot to write don't buy the hillside kennels. What a moron! Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I can't compete in the sporting this time, so I will just concentrate on upping my prestige a bit. Here we go. I'm having something in the drawing room, and I may purchase an improvement with £600. Is there anything at all tempting for £600?
£600. Well, there are a few things.
Well, I've already got the breakfast room.
But you've got the Great Hall.
The Great Hall would be it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but the thing is that you need 6 prestige to be able to use it, and you're a bit far from that still.
I am, but the national holiday is coming up.
Ah, yeah, that's true.
Yes, my problem is more that I have no valets.
And for those of us watching, during the national holidays, you can use anything. The prestige doesn't matter anymore for that specific round. And
I will get it because I have... Oh, hang on, it's plus 200. Yes, 600. I could just get it. Or I could get the fenced paddock. But that's not very exciting. What about this one? 7. I can't afford that one. I will get the Great Hall just to do something, really. Oops, I accidentally skipped. No. So, well, that's that. I accidentally skipped.
No, sad. And we cannot go back, so it's a bit punishing like this. Yeah,
exactly.
And Mats, I actually kind of agree with you. I like when the games have weird quirks, especially when they are very mechanical like this. I think it's interesting. And there was a very nice review by Dan Turo from the Space Biff blog. He reviewed Orichalmus recently, and he was actually complaining that it was too streamlined and didn't have anything to really engage and capture him. So I think it's definitely something that you see when games are maybe too well done, like they don't leave room for a bit of weirdness.
Well, I need some more money. Shocking.
2 great designers, Mats. Yeah.
And I don't really, because that's gonna be a waste. But yeah.
Oh, and Mats, if you haven't played any Splotter games, well, you should definitely try them. Like all of them have unique features. They were really, really interesting games. I'm not a big fan of Euro games normally, but I'm a big fan of all the Splotter games that I played, even if I don't play them enough, or they were because they do require quite a lot of brain power to play them. Like you're tired at the end of the game, but all of them are super interesting in very different ways. I think you would definitely love that.
Do I want to buy anything right now? I don't.
I can't believe I gave you that season, Brendan. I am shocked.
Well, the question is, which Fairchild do we want? I feel like she gives kind of the best of both worlds here.
Yeah, she's the best.
Gives reputation. Yeah, that'll do.
And now we must discard an objective, and I'm going to discard my my sporting group objective because of Brendan. So
you're welcome.
Thanks a lot, Brendan, for not reminding me what I needed to do.
Happy to be of service. Oh, and I get to go. Well. I need to... I think we're going to have people go to the garden. And I think she will come.
1, 2, 3.
This is 3 ladies, isn't it? 3 ladies. You can come, and you come too. Look at that. Perfect. Ooh. Choices.
Just for people to know, at the end of the game, we are going to rescore the 4 themes.
think. Oh, how much money do we have? Not as much as I want.
3 et 3, 6. 2, 5 potentiellement. Ok. I didn't see that you actually caught up on me, Brendan, when it comes to prestige. I thought it was far ahead.
Well, I started ahead, but you've been able to use, I think, one of the rooms to use a whole bunch of people all at once a couple times.
Yeah, but I was ahead for a while, and then you cut back.
Ah, yes. What? Bother.
What are you thinking about?
I was thinking of getting that other garden, but I need more money than I have. Tisk. Let's take that one.
Okay, so I must host an activity. I have a guest that I cannot use. I'm thinking I could refresh just before the national holiday, and then on the national holiday have a great dinner. That's what I could do. Probably that's for the best. That would be the good timing to do that. So I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna collect 200 pounds. I'm not gonna buy an improvement because there is literally nothing I can buy. Oh, actually, I could buy the Great Hall, but and you're on the national holiday. Is it also the tiles of any types that I can use, or is it
Yes.
only the guest?
No, it's the tiles as well.
Yeah, it says reputation doesn't limit actions.
Okay, so then I'm gonna get the Great Hall because it's super. Oh no, it's plus 200. I don't have the money for it. I thought with the resolution, I thought it was minus 200. I was like, oh, that's really nice. That's really cool. No, I cannot buy anything. I'm just gonna skip and cry. No, I could buy the fence paddock, but I don't want that, so I'm gonna skip this.
Right. I am forced to pass because all my guests require servants, and I don't have any. I mean, I need valets and ladies' maids, and that's it. So, passing, I will collect £200 in tenants' rents, but I will buy the French garden, I think. Yes. I could possibly buy the monument, but I need somewhere to host for the national holiday, so this will be it.
Yeah.
Buy. Remember to buy. Click on buy, not skip. Yes. Here we go.
And now we're in for the national holiday, so we can go crazy.
Yeah, unfortunately, my biggest one. I don't have anything bigger than what I actually have. I didn't plan that very well. But that's okay. But I think maybe we'll just go crazy with people instead. Do I have the people? Yes. What do you mean I'm missing the required servant? I have him there, and I have him there. Oh, what do you mean? Ooh, apparently I don't have their... Well,
Looks
that's...
like things are not according to plan, Brendan.
No. Oh, I see. I can only take one servant from
Yeah, it's
mine.
only one. It's not all
It's
of them.
no-
It's only one that you can pick from the
It
servant
should be
pool.
all of them, just give them, overtime.
It shouldn't.
Well, in this case, that completely foils what I wanted to do. Bad planning. Poor planning.
Oh, that's actually an interesting feature, Mats, because I was wondering about this. Because I feel like when you're passing, you do have very limited options. But if in the expansion, when you pass, you can actually hire servants. That's actually super interesting. I like that
Yes.
idea.
Yes, no, I have played that way, and I like it a lot. Because there aren't many rounds, and because you generally have to hire servants at least once,
Yeah.
and then pass probably twice. You know, that's a lot of them gone, isn't it? So
Yeah, exactly. In the standard game, you
Mm.
have only 12
Mm.
rounds that you're actually
Mm.
taking action. So it's 12
Mm.
actions. So if you pass 2 or 3 times not being able to do anything, it's a bit brutal.
Mm.
Mm.
So what's up, Brendan?
Oh, we're just thinking of buying something now. And we didn't.
Well, what, Brendan?
I should
If it
have.
isn't the consequences of your own actions, you know?
Oh, purple flipped.
Purple flipped.
Prestige is the fourth. Is the final thing for the final season.
Nice. Wait a minute.
Good for Deborah.
2, 3. Deborah. 2, 7. Oh, yeah. Not gonna be able to compete against that. Could potentially, yeah, doesn't matter. I should focus on what I need to do. I need to invite the Duke of Hazelton. That has been my objective for the whole game. He's costing me a lot, but that's what I need. And because he's here, I can bring in my daughter, so that's nice. Who else I'm gonna bring? I'm gonna get some money. It's gonna be a big party. Do that. And just gonna keep some footmen to do some sports with the rest of the family afterwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, don't need more than what I have now. So this won't be useful. This will be money. Oh, putain, qu'est-ce que je vais faire? Ça va être de l'argent. Ça va être de l'argent. Ok, parfait. I confirm. So I gain 100 or 1 reputation. Can I go up to 7 in this?
7, I think, is where you max out.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna gain 100 instead. And now I may purchase an improvement. The question is, boop, boop, boop. And I'm gonna have only 1 action afterwards. So if I buy an improvement, it needs to be an improvement that I can that is gonna bring me something. So I'm just checking where you guys are beating me. You're not beating me, Brown. And no, I don't think I'm gonna buy anything. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can still buy one of those though. No, there is none. That would be no, not worth it. Nothing is worth it.
Right. Well, because it's a national holiday, I'm going to host something in the French Garden. And I have rather disappointing prestige guests, but I do have one, and I can use my housemaid to stand in as a lady's maid for another one.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, maybe her, and then now I need to think about what I will do next time, because my problem is that I can't use any of my gentlemen because they all need valets. And I only have 2. So if I go for some family members, yes, and I've got 1 more that I can spare 1. No, I can't. I can't because I need to have 3 gentlemen next time. So it will have to be Mrs. whatever I am, York. And if only I had a nice prestige guest.
Oh,
No, it can be
I'm going to write something to remember once again. Will I really remember it or not?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I need one more.
Write it in bold, italicized, and underlined.
Yeah. I'm going to put an arrow towards it. Remember it, you stupid.
Okie dokie.
Oh, and now Mats wants to play a game of Obsession. Have you played it on BGA before, Mats, or are you only playing it physically? And I don't remember if is money worth VP at the end of the game.
I think it's a certain amount of it is. I don't think it's at full amount. I don't think it's 1 for 1. I think it's like 3 or 4 to 1, perhaps. I need to look in the rule book.
Yeah, I'm too lazy to pick it up. We'll figure it out. If someone knows in the chat what's happening with the money at the end of the game.
Last turn. I did not plan this well. Definitely poor planning.
So I should max out at 7. And I think having 7 prestige should give me quite a few victory points.
Yes.
And I have no family because they're all off. They've already done stuff. I haven't had family forever. I've just been flying by the seat of all the new guests that are coming in. Okay. So that's flipped. Do I have the things flipped? Okay. No. It's like, let's do that.
And yeah, I agree with you, Matt. It's always better to play physically, but yeah, for Deborah and I to be able to play with Brendan, we don't really have an option than to play online. It will be tricky. We could meet in the middle in the SO Island, I guess, but it would be quite a trip just for a game. Oh, and thanks, Peter, for looking. So it's 1 VP for every 200 pounds, rounded down. Okay, that's good to know. Thanks a lot for that.
I picked up a terrible casual guest. -4 points.
Oh
yeah, that's actually. So now I'm going to tell you the thing that I have written down to remember is actually to kick out one of my guests.
Because I've used my missus. I can't.
Yeah, I kept the miss to actually kick him out, and I need to remember to do it next time to make sure that
I was trying to do that too, but I don't have the the servants to look after all the ladies that I need to go into the flower room to dismiss somebody. So it's not good. Sorry, this is what it's trying to. What is the optimal move?
Putain. I cannot kick him out. Oh, I need a valet to kick him out. He's awful. I hate him.
It is awful.
Oh, God. Oh no, I don't need a valet to kick him out because she can kick out anyone. Yes. Yeah. Okay. No, that's fair. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. I'm okay.
Okay. Every combination of things I want to do doesn't work.
That's what I like about this game. You spend so much of your time being thwarted.
It's pretty mean. It's a mean game.
Well, that's how we set it up, isn't it? So we weren't playing a friendly game.
Six.
Okay. I guess. And I guess.
Oh, nice. You won't be able to use the Great Hall, Deborah, right? Yeah.
Oh, let's do that. Okay.
Parfait, parfait.
All right. Let's buy this. Oh, selecting. Oh, I get to keep somebody. Oh, definitely the one that's worth something. No.
Oh, so you're hosting, an afternoon tea in the main gazebo.
Yes, we are. And we're going to buy this lovely parquet floor. Or imported marble floor.
You took it. I was wondering if you would take it. Okay, yeah, that's
Well, I
it.
didn't realize when I was trying to look, but I had a guess they gave me £500.
Yeah, I'm gonna host a fox hunt. Actually, a pheasant hunt for now. It would have been a fox hunt if I did it twice, just to make sure that I take the lead in green before the end of the game. So that's what I'm gonna do, the fox hunt, and I need to have the countess coming in so I can kick out that guest, and then I have a few others. The question is, who else do I want to have? So if I bring those two, that's going to be 1 victory point. Yeah, there's not much I can do right now at this point in the game. I can take a risk and take a guest, but I take the risk of having a bad guest. So I'm probably safer with the 2 victory points. Confirm.
Look at all that money.
And now I'm going to dismiss a guest, and I'm going to dismiss that -2 VP guest that I was really hoping to get rid of. And is there anything that can bring me VPs? Actually, the wine cellar brings me VPs. That's 500, and that gives me 6 VPs. So that's probably my best investment right now, I think. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna buy this. Perfect. I maxed out, and that's it for me.
Okay, I'm going to the billiards room. I'm going to use my lovely prestige guest that I just picked up. But I can't. Why can't I? Because the billiards room requires a butler, and so does my prestige guest. How cruel.
You needed an under butler.
I do.
Under butlers are awesome. I love them. I think they're
Yes.
they are great.
We didn't even see I don't think we saw the tile that came out.
No, there was no tile to get the under butler. The under butler is those servants here that are for hire, but you need a special tie to be able to hire them, and they can do everything a male servant does, right? Oh, and there is a housemaid in the expansion. Does it do the same as the under butler, but for female servants, Mats? How does the housemaid work?
Isn't there like a kitchen maid too? A stable boy, I think, is another one.
It's interesting to have added some types of servants too. I think it probably adds a lot of quite a bit of depth. It's really interesting.
I'm just trying to see what would add to my points, but really nothing would.
Mm-hmm.
I could go down 2 reputation, which would get me another 100, but it doesn't really help. I suppose I could get the heritage guest suite.
Actually, it's rounded down, so losing the 2 reputation to get to 600 would give you 1 VP net, because you would still be at 5, so that wouldn't change your VPs because of that, and you would get an even number of hundreds of pounds. So that would be a net 1 VP.
Yes, but I am not quite sure how to do that with BGA actually.
So when you do something at the top, you have the option to take the special action.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I see special action.
And then it'll tell you the ones that you can actually do.
Yeah.
Borrow.
Which early in the game you can't.
100 for 2 reputation. Yes. So I can get the heritage guest suite, which is
nice.
fair.
Great. And I could pick a third child to invite, which doesn't matter because they score the same number of victory points.
That's right.
So that's 8 extra VP, but I'm gonna keep Elizabeth because she's been good to me.
Yes, she has.
I must discard an objective. So which is the objective that I didn't fulfill? Yeah, the servant bonus I didn't have. So I was close, but I didn't. I think
Yeah, that one.
I think I'm gonna win.
I think you.
I think you are.
Yeah. I'm pretty confident I will. Oh, I did. In the end, I did lose in the estate side. Yeah.
Well, and I thought I had.
So I win in sports.
I thought I had estates because I just eked ahead, but Deborah got there.
Oh, I actually only lead in sports now.
Mm-hmm.
Sports, I win.
Service, but that wasn't being.
Prestige, I don't. You may play VP cards for favor instead of gaining those victory points.
Yeah, it's victory points at the top or the bottom.
So it really depends. No, I don't really.
You want the points.
Yeah, I want the points. I will skip that. Woo!
Yay!
137.
It's a good score.
Well done.
Yeah, that's a pretty good score. That was nice. It was tight at the end.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Well, thanks for the game. What did you think? Maybe we can start with you, Deborah. What's your overall experience with the game so far?
I enjoy the game a lot, every time, and even though I lost so dismally, but no, it's because it is such a frustrating game. There are lots of choices that and then you can't do them. That's really the fun of it, isn't it? The only thing that I would say, one of the things that I like about the game is the fact that it's, you would get the impression from the game that 50% of the population are women, and quite a lot of them are old. And that's so different from most games that I feel really represented. It's cool. But my one flaw with the game, I would say, is that the servants are completely faceless. They could just as well be cutlery. They have no. We get all the biographical stories about the gentry. Nothing for the servants. No unrest. No drunken celebrations. No pay demands. Nothing. And that I feel is a bit of a flaw.
Yeah, I think it's a good point, and it really came up because like when we play the game, especially I guess the three of us, we make a lot of fun of the guests that we have and everything, but they do have an identity, they do have a personality, and I think it's a really good point that you're making, that it would be actually nice to have also that kind of depth in terms of theme when it comes to the servants. I don't know if the expansions are doing something like this or not, but yeah,
I don't think so.
No.
I think.
But I think you're right. I think it's kind of spot on because I've read that the designer, when he went to make this game, it was how he was trying to get his wife to play a board game, and she was really watching Downton Abbey, and he was watching it with her, and so that's where this came about. And I mean, I've watched the show all the way through. I haven't watched the most recent movie, but you really get the story of the servants, and I think really I enjoy the servants more than the family. And so, as Deborah said, I mean, it would be great to see some more actual story or even the narrative that we came up with while playing with the people that we invited. I like that idea.
Yeah. The thing that I did like in the guests themselves is I feel like there is you can tell yourself a bit of a story like while playing, which I think is actually really engaging, and that's why I think I like it. If it was just a pure engine builder, I think I wouldn't like it as much. But the fact that they have name, faces, and you have that American divorcee coming, and that she's actually bringing some cash or potentially bringing some prestigious guests, but she impacts the prestige of your family when you invite her and all this. I think there is a lot of small things and small touches that I think are quite interesting. And I think I really like that about the game. And I like the fact, like when I'm playing, I'm really thinking about, I'm actually hosting these activities and I'm really projecting myself, which I don't know. I don't really feel that much for that type of game. Usually, I feel like this. I think the designer really managed to have that strong connection with its theme that makes it super engaging. And I don't know how he managed to do it. Probably because it's in every steps of what you take. The fact that the servants have a specific time to rest, that different types of servants are going to host specific kind of activities. It is worker placement, but I think it makes more sense in the way it's presented. So the aesthetics of it makes a lot more sense. And all the small quirks with what happens during different rounds, the national holiday, the builders day, and everything. I think I don't know, there is a lot of small elements that I don't know that compels you, like mechanically are interesting, but like it tells a really fun story. I think it's really neat. And in a way, I've been playing a bit of John Company lately. And I don't know if you've played John Company, but the way you score points is by actually buying estates and having some members of your family get an estate and retire over there. And they're actually helping your overall family's prestige. And in a lot of way, I feel like playing this game is the sequel of playing John Company. Like in John Company, you get the estates, and then you play Obsession. Like 1 century later, what's happening with those families that have too much money that I stole from the people of India? What do they do with it? And they host parties, fox hunts, whist games, and they just are completely obsessed with their prestige, which I think is actually quite like there is a very strong thematic connection from one to the other, and I kind of like make that connection, and yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty fun. And now that I say that, this Sunday we're playing the second episode of the British Way campaign, which is actually also the sequel to this, because it is at some point colonialism collapses, and this is what we're going to play on Sunday. It's when finally colonialism ends. So tune in for that. But any thoughts? Any other thoughts about the game, Deborah? Are you planning on playing the expansions in the future?
I am, yes. I have the expansions. I've played with the Wessex expansion, but not the upstairs, downstairs, which is the big one. But I'm really looking forward to that. But I do have to find somebody I can persuade to play it with me, and that's a little bit harder. Yeah. But I can play it solo. It's got a good solo mode, apparently. So.
Oh, it has? I wasn't aware of that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the original has a solo mode, but the upstairs, downstairs improved it apparently.
So. Okay. Have you tried the solo mode, Brendan, or?
I think I've only played the original one, and it's basically you're just taking your turns, and then at the end of each season, you're comparing yourself to a card, and then seeing how you are in that particular, whichever is being scored that season, and then getting maybe an objective or victory point card, and a fair trial if you have. But yeah. I mean, my wife loved Downton Abbey too, and she's not quite a gamer like I am, but she will play a lot of the entry level games, and she's quite happy with that. But I feel like she could easily handle this, and she would enjoy it once we have the time.
Yeah, it's true. In a sense, it is a historical game that you can play with a wider audience, you could say. But the thing is that I think the game doesn't compel you to engage with history. Like it stays pretty surface level, and probably the fact that it's not talking about the servants, as Deborah was saying, is probably one of the effects of that. But maybe you can make them play this, and then you can tell them, you can trick them, say, hey, you want to know how they got those estates? You can play John Company. It's just a small step up. It's just yeah, I don't know. Have you played John Company, Deborah?
Yes, I have played it solo, yes.
Okay.
I think that's probably the only way I'll ever get to play it, unfortunately. But it's very good solo. It's got a solo by Ricky Royal. It's very good.
Yeah. Not if we do the Homo Ludens convention, you could we could have a 4 or 5 player game of John Company. I think it's really worth it to play it with 4 or 5 players. It doesn't take a lot more time depending on the player count, because the sequence of play is going to be the same, and as long as you time the negotiations, I think it flows pretty well. I think you would enjoy it. And you, Brendan, did you play John Company?
Not yet, no, unfortunately. Sadly, no. It's on the list.
Good. Another one on the list. Good to hear. But yeah, it was great playing with the two of you tonight. Thanks for that. Once again, I hope to have you again on the show. So, Brenda, it was your second time. Deborah, it was your first, but I hope it's not the last. And yeah, I'm open to suggestions anyway, so we can talk about it also on the Discord server. And if you're watching this and you would like to support the show, I need to remember to say this. I always forget. The thing that you can do is you can like the video, subscribe to the channel, and even more so, if you really want to support us, you can go on Ko-fi. I will add the link in the description. I'm pretty sure I forgot to add it, but I will add it. And you can support Homo Ludens on Ko-fi, and you will get an invite to join us on the Discord server. We have a war game club, or actually not a war game club, a game club. It's because we actually plan to play non-war games that we select each month, learn and play together. So it's pretty fun. And you might end up being forced to come on a live stream on a Friday night if you join. So that's also something that you expose yourself to. But that was great. Thanks again. See you soon. And yeah, have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.